Hey. Hey guys, today welcome to another episode of BubbleteaS Gaming. Today will be a one about the glorious battle. So if you notice, I don't really bother doing previews or like testing the Pioneer server, even though I have an account, because I feel that it's quick click blade, and none of the Pioneer stuff actually transitions more to the real life server. So I feel that people will do that just probably meant to spread hype and get views though. So like I never bothered to do it. So without further ado, here is the live rendition or whatever you call it of Glorious Battle, the new PvP game. Okay. So let's take a look. So each server has about, wait, let me close this. 1, 2, 3. Wait. So whenever you see something, right, always click everything in the new event. So you click here and you view. So let's start from the top bottom. So these are the rewards, and you can change feature. You earn this glory raffle token by completing certain mission. So this is also like your event meter. So whenever you get like the highest, I think is some ridiculous amount, you get like glorious contribution over 30,000. Then you get this. Keep in mind, this is a month-long event. Ranking, fraction, yeah, like you get the drill. I don't really care about this. Rewards. Okay, so to see whether an event is worth it, right, you have to look at the rewards. So if you're the top individual contribution leader, you're having 100 and this adds up to about 140 USD in value. Then if, sorry guys, Bubbles is a bit sick. Then if you are the one that gets the highest elimination, you get this 2 blue. That's like what, 50, I say about $150, but this is priceless though. So not too bad, man. You get, for 30 days you get 5% total attack. And this is the faction. This one you can't really care. So it's what? So the maximum reward, like the highest elimination and stuff, right, is about, let's say 200 USD, assuming you get the top end, like the top end of 2 sides plus everything. So eventually you're putting this much effort into earning 200 USD. I don't know about you, but in my real life that would be about XX amount of hours of work. Okay, then this is the beginner's guide. As you know, confusing as shit. Okay, so remember what I said, click everything. So in the event, as you guys played it for the first 3 days, there'll be about 8 fractions, all in the corner ends of the map. So you start off here, and as you can see, some people are doing this. So if you're clueless, right, it's usually good to follow an alliance that has like, you know, they're PvP enthusiasts. So like, for example, the first day FDH took this because we're not sure whether it's by mistake, and CTP, I think is here, did not do it. So like you get adjusted and you find out what's good for the event though. So on the top right, so 82 people are offensive, 23 are defensive, 600 logistics, and this is your influence, and this is your grain. That's amendment. Just call it grain, and this is your war horn. So for your war horn, you need 1 war horn to take an objective or fight an objective or defend an objective. So next thing you click is this. So this is your talent point for the event. So I'm offensive at the start because I thought I want to take buildings, but I respect back to logistics because like, hey, next few days I probably can't be online when the war horn is up. So it's always very important for your bannerman to be up when the war horn is up. So I thought, hey, I'll just go logistics. I'll just chill for a bit, farm a few days. So you can, these are the people who are going to attack objective, defend objective, and logistics. So the one in the middle, probably you won't see much because like I think this is only relevant when it's player versus player. Okay, so each objective, right, so far from what we know, it has about 800 troops. Each of them are like 500k T3s. Let me just show what I can see. Yep. They're always about 500k and they're beating on you. and their royals and like infantry. So it's like you're gonna get wiped if you don't have the legion skill. So for the people with the legion skill, okay, I'm just gonna, this event is so big that I'm finding it difficult to break down the information. Okay, so if you're strong as a banner, go for this, or you're online when the war horn is being used, go for this. If the PvP, you probably need some people to switch to this. Majority will be this. So now that I'm in this specs as well, I just trade. So the most important thing is go to your administration and level up as soon as you can go. Okay, so for example, I was made offensive at the start, but now I am logistic because I swapped. There's a cooldown, so I'm gonna probably swap back like the 2 days after. So when I'm in offensive, I have 1 extra march, so I'm 3. But when I swap back to logistics, I only have 2. Okay, this is the most important tip though. A lot of people like don't know that this exists. So this is what you call your marching details. If you need to recall troops, and sad to say that if your lot is here when you get objective in the map, you better be bubbled, because it's out. So I'm gonna write down my tips. Open the site button to see the march. Okay, so as logistics, right, you are always able to do stuff online. So if you're offensive, you can still gather, but you can't transport. So just so if you look at here, okay, so this is called building. Let me explain it a bit. Okay, so you start here, you get the objective, so you push it further down, you declare war, your offensive people declare war to push it down. And when you capture a building, you can if you capture this merchant, which is like a tent looking thing, you can trade with it. So trading means like you send your troops to go do some trading and you gain grain. So what is this grain used for? So this grain is used to transport to either one of these buildings, and when you transport, you can the resources able to use for quests. So the grain, for example, a lot of people transport into this Caverns Shop Stop 7, which is here, and very few people transport into this. Okay, it's not very few people, that people might have transport, and a lot of people are spamming to build the construction. So as you unlock the day progress, so here you can start building ship. So when you start building shit, right, so every one of this building has a characteristic. So you're marching every day, every 3 hours you get 1 marching, your individual, and this is affected by your military city. What are military cities? The one with this. Then your war horn is also affected by the military cities, which is this. So at reset you get 1 horn, and the more military cities you cap, the more war horns you get, and the more war horns you get, the more objective you can capture. So after unlocking a merchant, you can get the farmers in your alliance to trade with it. As they trade, your grain goes up. So when your grain goes up, you can send to a specific objective, like here. Transport. You send it to here, and this will increase your number of quests that you can do. Quest basically means building. So when you build something here, it increases, like for example, if you look at this bogle means it gives the one where it's marching and you get what means like your war horn and your marching bogle cooldown gets slower by 10%. Oh shit. Oh, okay, I might accidentally clicked on it. So this gains 30 contribution points. This one is increasing the number of your rally size and stuff. The things is usually you can see here. Wait, let me see. Alright. So real-time battle, so the more you increase this defending objective, I can't really show you guys, I don't know how I okay, so basically you transport, and these quests are meant to buff up. So there are some buffs that give you utility like cooldown horn reduction, and some buff that like this, the one with the helmet and the horn, make it really easy for you to defend easier. So if you look at this, so this is a level 215, so as you upgrade that particular specs, you're gonna increase the stuff, or you're gonna increase your cooldown. So it's up to you whether you objecticize. So when you get war horn, usually at reset, the bannerman will start taking objective one by one. So if you two clash at here, the choke point, you're gonna need to set defensive rally. So instead of the NPCs, you have real players reinforcing so that these people can't bump it off. So you block their way into the main objective of the game. So secondly, get banners to take. Okay, so when your banner must be reasonably strong like me. So, and when you send a deployment, let's see this, right? You must have this Legion skill. So if you don't have a Legion reinforcement and Legion reroute, don't be a banner. Your troops will get melt really fast. So always try and find out who the banner has it, and you will most likely need to play around him. Okay, so the goal is glorious. This is I explained already. The world progress, you're supposed to, every game, even though you don't know what to do, it gives you a guide on how you should do it. So right now we need to capture buildings to build the influence, and the next step is going back to obtaining 90 million grain. So you do that by trading. So if you look here, there's a trade. You earn 1344 per second, or per hour, like, because more people are trading. So the more trade you gain, the more grain you can transport the building. The more transport the building, you can upgrade it. The more you upgrade it, it gives you benefits or reduce your cooldown. So there are some buildings that are not this. This is the first to unlock. There are some buildings like this where they give passive buff, total health plus 30%, marching speed 10, that's why it's total attack, and this is defense. So it's up to you whether you want to prioritize getting the side quest or going to the main. So it's up to your shot caller to decide. So who's your shot caller? You go inside your intel. These are people in your fraction. So 142, 190 is my fraction, the fourth fraction. Usually is led by Freeze, but we notice that some people are actually also there as command. So who to see are your commanders. So commanders are usually people who can declare war. So in K107 is Steel, Arena, Freeze, and wait, is it Freeze? Yeah, Freeze. And one more from FDH, and there are other two. So the most important thing about this game is communication. Don't you must get your people here to get into a group and tell them not to declare war. Like Sing Jong King likes to declare war without checking, and he goes and he declares war, and everyone has to like scramble. So we message him and tell him not to declare war unless he has the Legion reinforcement reroute, which he doesn't. So the most important thing is to create a Discord group and get everyone here into that Discord group and ping when you're gonna get the war horn. But if you're like me, like I say, next few days I'm not gonna be on at reset because I actually have to go to work. So I am going to spec to logistics to just not be so behind, man. So I'm just gonna gather and do some stuff. Like it's not rush for me. So this game is not about max account strength, and the NPCs are really hard. So it's about playing around your banners, optimizing Warhorn, and make sure that everyone here is on the same track. The rules, don't bother reading, no clue. Hit hospital, yep, and mail and close. So this is the glorious battle though. So I'm not gonna bring out notepad because I feel like not everyone knows. But for now, the main priority you should do is to make sure all these people are on the same page and don't use the Warhorn inefficiently. So you want to be marching towards a specific direction and creating choke points. So for example, then after you take the objective, you have to wait 1 day or like a few hours for your Warhorn to be replenished and your marching speed to replenish. That time you need to make sure your gatherers are trading with the merchant to get grain. Then after when they get grain, you will come out here. You need your gatherers to transport to a specific building. So once it's transport and they have, like for example in treasury 1.5, right? Once they have this, wait a minute. Resource. So once this is in the resource in the particular building, this resource can be used to do quests to upgrade the building for benefits. What type of benefits is usually on the side quest that you get to see what you're gonna make. So if you look at the glorious chat, this is a function that everyone will get used to, and they will see what objective needs to reinforce. Okay, so this is it for part 1. So for now, just make sure you use your Warhorn optimally. The number one thing to do in Discord right now is to get all these people into Discord and coordinate your Warhorns. Because like most people will know that some people will just declare war and they can't take the objective, and after 3 hours, like your Warhorn will be wasted because no one caps the objective. Then after an objective has been kept, you get your gatherers together and trade to get your grain up, and grain up you get to transport to the specific one. So we haven't unlocked the whole other building, so I really can't tell you very much about what it is. So this is just what I have for the field. I hope I tell you people enough to know what to do. So you don't always have to be the offensive rally. You just make sure that you know your role. For me right now, I'm offensive, but I switched to gathering, even though I can do both, because I got Legion reinforced and Legion reroute. Okay, so this is BubbleteaS short intro for a glorious battle. I hope you guys get less confused, but generally as I know more, I'll make more videos to explain the event. But for today, it should be sufficient. Always click everything in event guides and look at the world progression to give you an indication on what you're supposed to do. Okay, for the following few videos, it will be the new dragon skill. So to show you whether it's good, I actually bought it and have it on mine. Yeah. Yep. So I will do a breakdown about it sooner, and I'll also have the new commander to break down. This is BubbleteaS signing out, and I hope you guys enjoy your day.